Hello, today our lesson is about a strategy for problem solving. The strategy is finding a pattern. So when you see a pattern, you can use that information to help you answer the problems. So let's look at this one. This is showing us of what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to find our information, we're going to figure out what we're going to do to solve, and then we're going to solve it. So the buses leave in order every half hour. Get my writing tool. So it says they leave every half hour. That's what we know. Bus 1 leaves at 9:30. Bus 2 leaves at 10. Okay. Then my question says, what time do buses 3 and 4 leave? So I'm going to circle those. How am I going to solve this problem? I'm going to think about what I know. 1 bus leaves at 9:30. Let's see if I can make those dots. They're really hard. 9:30. Second bus leaves at 10. So now I have to look and say, okay, that's right. They told me every half an hour these buses are leaving. So if I see my pattern, 9:30 and 10. I'm going to use my little clock to help me figure this out. Well, let's get it going the right way. So I have first clock's at 9:30, but first bus leaves at 9:30, and the next one leaves at 10. So it goes up around. Stop moving our hand. Let's get this to 10 o'clock. Okay, so what would be a half an hour after 10 o'clock? That's what I have to find out for bus 3. These hands don't look to stay very well. So half an hour after 10 o'clock, my minute hand would move half an hour down, which would be 10:30. So that would be bus 3. Would be at 10:30. And then I would have to go a half an hour more, see if we can see it behind my picture there, to go to the next one. So it would come up another half an hour, and then that hour round would move up to 11. So every half an hour, we can figure out when bus 3 and 4 leave. Okay, so let's see what they did. Found the information, plan it out, and then we found the pattern. One left at 9:30, 10, 10:30, and 11. Does that make sense? We need to check to make sure that that would make sense. Every half an hour I see the pattern. 30 minutes, o'clock. 30 minutes, o'clock. 9, 10, 10, 11. So our pattern makes sense, so it works. We always want to double check that it makes sense. So let's look at this one together before I send you off to work on your own today. This one says each class at school will go to recess 30 minutes after the other. The first class goes at 1 o'clock. What time will the fourth class go? Remember, let's find the information. Every 30 minutes, okay? So we're looking at a half-hour pattern. And the first class goes at 1, okay? What time will the fourth class go? So they really need to know 2 and 3. They're not asking for that information, but we have to use that information to find the next one. So how am I going to solve this problem? I'm going to write it out and show it on the clock. That's the easiest way for me. So the first class is at 1 o'clock, and those are funny looking O's. 1 o'clock, so that means the second class would go at half an hour later, 1:30. Okay, and I can use my clock to double check just in case if I am struggling with that. I can start with 1 o'clock, and then half an hour later my clock would rotate down and around to 1:30. Okay, ooh, there you go. There's the direction we want it to be. So then I have to think, okay, well, what's a half an hour after 1:30? Next pattern is 2 o'clock. Okay, so this was class 1, class 2, class 3. It's asking about class 4, so this is the one that I'm going to need to tell them as my answer. So half an hour after 2 o'clock would be 2:30. So my answer would be the fourth class goes at 2:30. And let's double check that that's what they're giving us. So this is their solving, just like we did. Oh, and there it is. The fourth class will go at 2:30. So sometimes the pattern isn't a half hour. This one says every hour. So sometimes we have to make sure that we're reading the information correctly and using that to answer it. So it says, in the morning, Miss White's students change activities every hour. So instead of half hour, every single hour. So reading starts at 8:30. They've given us that first information. Her students go to 3 more activities. When do each of the activities start? So this one, they do want the start time of each of the other 3. So if I'm just going by hours, does the minutes change on this one? Nope. So each one of these is going to end with 30. The hour is the only thing that's doing the changing because our pattern is an every hour. So I'm just going to write those in so I have them already there. Then I can just go back and look and add an hour each time. So if it starts at 8, the next one is 9 and 10 and 11. So because it started at 8:30, the times are now 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30. Those are the different ones. So you can see the difference between every half an hour and every hour. Every hour, the minutes stay the same. With every half hour, the minutes change as well. Okay, so our patterns are slightly different whether they're at every hour or every half hour. So every half hour, the minutes change and then the hour changes. So for today, you're using pages 609, which is just an information page. There's no work on that page. 910 is where the work is for these problem solvings. And then you're also doing the review page on 611 and 612.